Karrie Hill, lawyer turned realtor, and in this video, I'll give you a full overview of Marin County places to live. So if you're relocating to Marin, this video is for you. So let's get to it. If you haven't seen my videos before, welcome. And if you need a realtor, reach out to me because I've lived in Marin County for nearly 30 years and I raised 3 children here. And I love to help people just like you make a smart move. Just email me. Okay, let's get into all the primary places in Marin that you might choose to live. I say primary because I'm not including the mini beach towns or really remote towns that are also in Marin County. This video focuses on the towns and cities and unincorporated places in Marin where most of the people live. I'm going to roll these out from most affordable to most exclusive. And my list is based on the median value of the homes there, which, take note, isn't a perfect indicator because some towns have lots of condos and townhouses that tend to bring the median down, and other places don't have as many. But with that grain of salt in mind, you'll still get some good overall knowledge with this list. Okay, we are starting with Novato, which is right here in the outline. You can see where it is in the distance from San Francisco down here. It is the furthest in distance from San Francisco looking like on this map, but frankly, when you're over in this area, that takes a lot longer to get to because you don't have a freeway like you have from Novato. I love Novato, and part of the reason is over the years that I've lived here, I'm starting to kind of like it where there's not as many people. So it's the general vibe. Well, downtown is super cute. The weather, by the way, is warmer in Novato than the places that are south of it. It's also a little colder in the winter. I know, it's funny how that works, right? And the homes here tend to be newer and bigger. The population is about 51,000 people. The area of the place is over 27 square miles, which makes it the biggest place in Marin. And the density there in Novato is about 1,800 people per square mile. Of all the towns that we're going to look at today, that is the least in density and the biggest. And here's a quick look at the prices stats. As you can see, the median estimated value here is $1,084,540. It is up 0.9% in the last 12 months. That's from right now till 12 months ago. This is not the entire 12 months. It's 1 month to a month last year. What you're seeing here is the orange one, the orange line, and this will be the same on all of these places that I'm going to show you. The orange line is Marin County median value, and then the blue line will be the town we're looking at. So you can see that Novato is lower than the median for all of Marin County. Also interesting though, you can see that Marin has been going down just recently, while Novato is had this same little blip, but it's been going, well, slightly up. So that tells you something. And now we're moving to Fairfax. Fairfax right here, you do have to go down one of these streets, either this one to get to Highway 101, or you can go through here to San Rafael. So there's a little bit of driving, and when there's commuter hours, it can be a bit slower than actually going from Novato all the way down Highway 101. That's provided of where you want to go, right? San Francisco is way down here. There's the Larkspur ferry, which is right here. A lot of people would take the ferry to get to San Francisco. Fairfax has a little bit of a hippie vibe, more rustic looking houses. Fairfax, the downtown, like Novato's, super cute. Did a walking tour on it. Has a lot of restaurants and a lot of music there. Venues with music. The weather there, again, is a bit warmer than southern Marin. And here's the median price, $1,296,040. 12-month change, up 2.8%. And you can see that it's also, the blue line again, lower than Marin in general. And the population for Fairfax is around 7,000 people, and it has an area of about 2 square miles. Quite a bit smaller than Novato. The density is about 3,200 people per square mile. Okay, here's San Rafael. So San Rafael is the most populated place in Marin. Well, close to 60,000 people that live there. The area is about 16 square miles, and the density is around 3,500 people per square mile. So while Novato is the largest area, San Rafael has the most people. Downtown has been there forever, and it has a lot to offer. And there are some newer homes in places of it, and some much older homes, the kind with tons of character, like the 1920 type homes. So really lots of diversity in housing in San Rafael. The weather is warmer than way south in Marin and not as warm as Novato. So I can actually quit saying this over and over again, because basically as you go more south, the weather gets cooler. And when you go, on a hot day, it's, not as hot when you go south, and the more you go north, like Novato is the hottest. So it can be like 91 in Novato and be 71 in, say, Tiburon. So that's the general gist on the weather. So if weather's important to you, do that accordingly. And by the way, there are a couple places that rain more too, because of the nature of the mountains, which you can see in this range here. When you are closer to these mountains, you're likely going to get more rain. And here is San Rafael's median price at $1,353,440. The 12-month change is a negative 1.9. And you can see that it's pretty much followed the same as Marin County. Next up is Sausalito. Sausalito is the first town you come to once you cross the Golden Gate Bridge from San Francisco. Sausalito has a population of about 7,200 people. It's in a little less than 2 square miles, and that density is about 3,900 people per square mile. Sausalito is pretty touristy. Lots of people come there when they're visiting San Francisco, but during the week, you never notice the tourists. It's always quiet in all of our towns in Marin. If it's a touristy area, there's just less during the week. Anyway, Sausalito has obviously a lot of waterside living all along here, and up here in these hilly area, the houses have extraordinary views. A lot of them this direction, but some of them also into looking at the city, which is stunning, of course. Another useful thing about Sausalito is that there is a ferry, should be right about here, which goes to various places, namely San Francisco. And the median value house there is $1,413,000. There are a number of condos and townhouses in Sausalito, so I think that's what's keeping this median value down. And there's a lot of older homes in Sausalito too, which tend to be, a little less in price than newer homes. The 12-month change is up 3.5%, and as you can see with it being the blue line, it's around the Marin prices. And here is San Anselmo, and it's an interesting one because, as you can see, this side of San Anselmo has a pretty quick move to the freeway here, whereas these homes over here, that's quite a bit difference in time if it's important to you how fast you get to the freeway. San Anselmo, again, like some of the other places in Marin, it has a lot of older homes, some really big homes as well. It's really beautiful. It also has some very wooded areas, some homes up high where there's a lot of views of the valley. It also has a super cute downtown. The population is around 12,000 people, and the area of the place is almost 3 square miles, and the density is about 4,600 people per square mile. And the median estimated value is $1,565,540,000. The 12-month change plus 2.6. And you can see that the blue line here for San Anselmo is a little above the median for all of Marin County, which is down on the orange line. Next up is Corte Madera, right here. Corte Madera sports our 2 big malls in Marin County. They are right here and here. So they're across the highway from each other. And pretty much if you need to go to a mall, you're gonna go to one of these 2 malls. There's also another mall that I didn't mention in San Rafael, but they are changing that into multi-housing. There will be some anchor stores is the plan that'll be left there, but it's not completely clear what's gonna happen, to me anyway. So going down to Corte Madera, it has a lot of waterside living as well. It has older homes in general, but a few newer homes as well. Corte Madera has about 9,700 people that live there. It covers just over 3 square miles, and the density is about 3,100 people per square mile. The median estimated value is about $1,666,350, and it has gone up 7.7% from this month to a year ago in the month. Next up, we have Greenbrae, which is right here, and part of it is right along the freeway. So a lot of people, they're really commuting, will enjoy being in Greenbrae. I like Greenbrae because there's a great, well, it's a strip mall here. It's not as big as the ones in Corte Madera, but really helpful with a lot of things. Like there's a Molly Stone there I really like, and of course there's a number of restaurants too. It also has the main hospital for Marin right here. By the way, there's also a Kaiser in San Rafael here. There's also hospitals in Novato, by the way. Greenbrae is sometimes confusing because it's not an actual town or city in Marin. It's an unincorporated area of the county of Marin, and it shares a zip code with Kentfield, which is right next door. So sometimes you'll see the address as Greenbrae, Kentfield, or just Kentfield, even though it's Greenbrae. So it can be a little confusing. And in line with that fact that it is an unincorporated area is that we don't have stats for it alone. So this blue line here is not Greenbrae, it's actually County of Marin. I put the orange line in this particular version of it. This is actually the state of California. So it's the first time and the only time you're gonna see in this video how Marin County prices, and these are Marin County prices, relate to the state of California, which they're pretty much just a more exaggerated form of California in general. And here is Kentfield, which is right next to Greenbrae. Kentfield up here has a lot of homes up in the wooded area. And this is Mount Tam, by the way. So lots of trails, very peaceful, quiet. I mean, there are homes up here where it is like silent. You can't hear anything. Can't hear any freeway noise. All you can hear is some birds chirping and whatever other noises nature makes. Kentfield also has the College of Marin here, which is a 2-year college, but it also has like a really prime nursing school and some other schools within it. Kentfield houses one of my favorite restaurants, actually 2 of them too, which is Half Day Cafe for breakfast and Next Door Guest House for dinner. Kentfield has a population of about 7,000 people. It is about 3 square miles, and its density is about 2,500 people per square mile. The median estimated value in Kentfield is $2,145,220. It has gone down 11.2% from in the 12-month range, but look at this. I mean, but that's not surprising because look at this huge increase when that didn't happen in Marin in general. So to see this big difference from here to here is not really that surprising given that this occurred. And why did that occur? Well, this is another problem with looking at statistics in Marin County because not that many houses sell per month. We're talking, 200, 300 homes. And when you add that up, that's not statistically significant when you're looking at 1 month like this is to the month prior. So you have to take all the stats in Marin County with a grain of salt, other than they're all expensive. And now we are looking at Larkspur. Larkspur is an interesting one because I always think of most of Larkspur as being right over here, which is where the super cute downtown is. Loads of history there. There's a lot of homes up here with great views. But as you can see, Larkspur goes all the way over here, which is like on the other side of Greenbrae. Okay, this looks wrong because I'd say this is just Greenbrae. So you have this really weird location for Larkspur, like in here and over here, which is another strip mall, Larkspur Landing, by the way, which is right across the street from the ferry. And that's probably the most popular ferry. Part of the reason for its popularity is we now have this smart train. It doesn't go that fast, but people can find it convenient to use all the way from Santa Rosa, which is way north here, beyond Novato. So Larkspur has just over 12,000 people that live there. It is just over 3 square miles, and the density is around 4,000 people per square mile. The median estimated value is $2,411,100. The 12-month change is up 6%. Now we are looking at Tiburon. It's interesting how they added Angel Island here as part of Tiburon. I guess technically it is, but nobody lives there. Angel Island has quite a history, and it's a great place to visit though. So I've lived in Tiburon for nearly 30 years. You can see that it has a lot of waterfront living, and since it is like a little mountain hill range here, there's lots of homes up in the hill too that either have views of San Francisco, full-on views. A lot of them have views of the Golden Gate Bridge, and the ones on the backside here have the views of the bay this direction. There is a Tiburon ferry, like I mentioned before, that takes off right from here for all the people who work in downtown San Francisco. Tiburon has a population of around 8,700 people. It's in just over 4.5 square miles. So the density is under 2,000 at around 1,950 people per square mile. And like Sausalito, there are some tourists that come in on the weekends, and some of the restaurants downtown can get kind of busy. Again, another super cute downtown. But during the week, I hate to say dead, but it is so quiet that it's very easy to do whatever you want to do in downtown Tiburon, which I would say namely is the delicious restaurants there. I love Salt and Pepper. There's this new Malibu Farms. Bungalow Kitchen is amazing. That's Michael Mina's place. He's a San Francisco chef. And also Petite Left Bank. Here we have the median estimated value, $2,145,220, and down 11.2% in the last 12 months. Like Kentfield, though, we have also this bump. Now, isn't this interesting that this bump is so much higher than what is countywide and even California statewide? So why this happened? Well, it could have just been that there was some super expensive homes that sold in these times, because the range of homes in Tiburon is huge. You can spend $1 million here in some condominiums, and you can spend $20 million or even more than that in Tiburon. So that really throws all these statistics all over the place. And here is Ross, California, which is just on the other side of Kentfield. And over here is San Anselmo. So Ross is its own little private exclusive enclave. It has really big fancy homes there. It also has a really nice cute little downtown area. In general, Ross is very peaceful and beautiful, like all of Marin. Ross has a population of around 2,200 people, so not that big. It's also only about 1.5 square miles. The density is about 1,400 people per square mile. And now we're up there in the price range, right? We're at $3,905,180 for the median price, and up 3.8% in the last 12 months. It also has been going up while Marin County has been going down. And last up on our list, the most exclusive place based on the prices right now is Belvedere. That's right here. It's right next to Tiburon. Belvedere and Tiburon also share a zip code. And so even me, when I live in Tiburon, everything says Tiburon/Belvedere because we have the same 94920 zip code. Belvedere is mainly large homes up here, and that's what keeps the prices up so high. Like Ross, there's not a lot of condos or townhouses available in either one. And by the way, I would say in general, people here think of Belvedere and Ross as being about the same, and even the same price point, although we're going to see it much higher for Belvedere now. But I'd say that goes to that statistical issue of these stats not being very statistically relevant when you look at them from month to month. Belvedere has a population of about 2,000 people. It's only about 1/2 square mile in size, and its density is about 1,400 people per square mile, but it's not even a square mile, so I guess we're really at 700 for the size of Belvedere. And clearly what Belvedere is known for are these big, lovely houses, much like the ones in Ross, but these ones have extraordinary views. You can't get much better when you're out here in this pier looking at this bridge. Feels pretty close. Same with downtown San Francisco. These are world-class views, so you're gonna have to pay for them. And Belvedere right now is sporting a median estimated value of $5,546,000, and the 12-month change is up 7.2%, and the pattern of going up looks quite a bit different than California, as it had a peak just recently, when California has not had a peak since May of 2022. And by the way, I have videos like walking tours and pros and cons of almost every town that we've discussed in this video. So if there's something that piqued your interest, go and look for those on my channel. So let's start. And hey, please subscribe. It really helps motivate me to keep pumping out this content. If you'd like more information about living in Marin County or some walking tours, check out these videos, which should be showing right now. Thank you for watching and have a great day.